hi. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this screen. Can you see me like 4 or 5 times? Huh. That's interesting. Let me see if I can change that. There we go. Hi, you guys. How are you? Big Mac salad. Who misses Big Macs? I know I kind of do. And French fries, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about Big Mac salad. So, I have a friend that told me about this, and we were on a team Zoom meeting where y'all get on the computer and you talk and you learn different things. And she was eating it during the Zoom, and it was pretty cool. So, I decided I'm going to make that. It looks delicious. So I pulled up the recipe, super easy to do for you. So I'm going to show you the only thing that we did do is cooked the burgers ahead of time. So they're kind of warm in here. Just, room temperature, but it's a salad. So they don't even have to be room temperature. They could be cold, but I think a little bit of warmth is probably gonna be good. So I'm gonna show you how to make the sauce, how to layer it, and then we'll go from there. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah? Give me some comments. Let me know. Show me some love. Tell me how everyone is, where they're coming in from. Share my video, please. If you are doing keto or you know people that are, hi, Dennis. Share it out. Get it out there. Show everyone how easy keto can be and how fun it is, okay? So let's start with making the sauce. Now, the recipe that I'm using tells you to cool the sauce for 15 minutes, and it kind of just brings the spices and all that together. I'm not, of course, going to do that because I don't have time to let you sit here. I don't know. I guess we could just talk about stuff for 15 minutes. But instead, I'm just going to make it, and then you know that when you make it, if you let it sit for 15 minutes, it'll just be that much more flavorful, okay? So I have the recipe here. If you Pinterest it, you're going to find a whole variety of different menu or recipes. And I can send you the one that I am using, but they're out there. All you have to do is Google it, Pinterest, however you get your recipes, and you'll find it. But I'm just going to show you how to put it together, okay? So, let me get to the recipe so I don't steer you wrong here. We're going to make the sauce first. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to use, one of the secrets that it says in this recipe is to use dehydrated minced onions. And that is like the secret sauce to this. So that is 1 tablespoon, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, 1 tablespoon. So we're going to put that into water right now while we're making the rest of this and let that kind of, just get back into real onions, and not using raw is what they recommend. So we're going to let those just kind of sit in that warm, hot water and become onions again, okay? Okay. So the next thing is a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, and I have switched to this olive or avocado mayonnaise that you can get at Costco. And it's just a little bit healthier. One of my customers, one of the girls that watches this live, gosh, I can't remember who it is now. Oops. She was telling me about it, and I saw it at Costco. So I thought, oh, okay. You just want to make sure you're using a fatty. If you're doing keto or low carb, either one, just check your ingredients on the back, making sure that you're using one with high fat, no to low sugar. Preferably no sugar if you can. And that was one of the challenges that we had when we were buying the supplies for this, the French dressing. And there probably is a homemade French dressing that I could have made, but we bought it. And it was a challenge to find one that didn't have a lot of sugar in it, to be honest. Okay, 1 cup mayonnaise. French dressing, it's only 2 tablespoons, so it's not a whole heck of a lot. But check your ingredients in the back and make sure there's no sugar, okay? And if there is sugar, which there is a little bit, you just want it to be low. I guess I should have opened this ahead of time. Dang it. Whoops. Hold on. Live TV. Now, as long as I don't cut myself, we're all good, right? All right, there we go. 2 tablespoons. 1. So way back in the day, McDonald's was my thing. Because I have this weirdness about eating and not wanting to admit it, I used to burn the evidence when I ate McDonald's. Crazy what I used to do, you guys. Because I didn't want anyone to know. I mean, you could certainly tell by the way I looked, but I didn't want you to know. All right, so then 1 tablespoon of the pickles. And I just buy baby dills. I buy these at Costco. They come in a 2-pack, very reasonable. So I chop those up a little bit. It is 1 tablespoon. But because I like pickles so much, we're going to put a little extra. Okay? And you can make those as big and small as you want. Those are not technically minced, you know, if you were to get technical, but I think that I like them so much, I like them a little big. Okay? All right, now the onions that we have dehydrated, and see how they're absorbing that water? So you're not going to use all of this at the first. A little bit goes on top at the end, but 1 tablespoon goes in here. So get our tablespoon out. And they were big on this in the recipe, that this was kind of the secret, is using that versus a diced up raw onion. All right, one teaspoon of vinegar. And I was going to use regular vinegar, but then I thought, how good would it be if I used just pickle juice? Because I love pickle juice. So that is 1 teaspoon. And it's really the same thing as using vinegar, honestly. And it works for a lot of things. Like if you're dehydrated or if you're hungover, you need a little electrolytes. When I did that reboot and I was super fasting for 60 hours, I drank pickle juice a couple times during the day because I was feeling a little bit, you know, lethargic a little bit. So I drank that, boom, I was right back at it. All right, so that's the vinegar. Relish, 1 teaspoon. When we get a lot of people that come in with hangovers at AJ's because we're a little breakfast place, and what's better for a hangover than breakfast, right? So I always serve them a little 2-ounce cup of pickle juice. If you come in smelling like beer, you're gonna probably get pickle juice from me. And some will take it and some won't. But the ones that take it feel better. Okay, there is our relish. Now it calls for 1/2 teaspoon of sweetener of some kind. I'm gonna use a little liquid stevia, but you could use even monk fruit, you could use whatever. And I am gonna measure this because you don't wanna overdo this sweetener because it's super sweet. And I did a live on sweeteners, all the different kinds. So if you are questioning which sweetener to use, just go back and look at that. And if you have any questions, inbox me and I'll tag you in that. And it explains the different kind of sweeteners and which ones are good, which ones aren't good, which ones to stay with, from how they're made, all of that, okay? Hi, Bonnie. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. Okay, salt and pepper. My pepper doesn't come out very good. It calls for a dash, but it doesn't come out great, so I'm gonna just really shake it up. And pink Himalayan salt, which I talk about all the time. This is the one to use. It has all the minerals, electrolytes, everything you need. Always use this, have it on hand, have it in your purse. Take it everywhere you go. It again, like if you have a little headache or you're feeling dehydrated, if you take some of that, put it under your tongue, so much better. Sorry, I have a little cold starting, so I don't mean to be hacking at you. Okay, and that is our sauce. Look at how good that looks. And then you would put this into the refrigerator for about 15 minutes, it said. And let's make sure I got everything. I did. All right, so we're gonna move this computer over. I'm gonna try that a little bit. Tastes good. Really good. Yum. Now you are gonna layer this. Let's see. So we bought, it calls for shredded lettuce, iceberg, but you can buy whatever you want or use whatever you want. So you're gonna layer a little bit of the shredded lettuce. Can you guys see that okay? And you're gonna put some sauce. There. And then you're gonna layer a patty. I think, or am I supposed to put cheese down? Ryan, do I put cheese down first?
Yep.
All right. Sorry. The peanut gallery is back there. All right, cheese down first. Sorry. Then your patty. Now the pictures on this one call for double patty. I'm not going to do that because I'm not that big of an eater. Another piece of cheese on top. Like so. And you could break this burger up and make it all, you know, break it up and so you don't have to cut it. That would work too. Some more sauce on top. Like so. Some more pickles. Some sliced. A little more onion. And then they call for sesame seeds. But I have this one that's the bagel seasoning that I've used with you guys before when I made bagels. And I'm just going to use that. There's no sense buying special stuff. If you have it, just use what you have. And there we go. That's that. Look at how good that looks. Okay, let's have a bite, shall we? I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of lettuce on there. Gotta make sure I have some pickle. Okay, you guys see that? I hear the family feud. You guys, it tastes just like a Big Mac. You're gonna have to go back and watch the replay, okay? It shows you how to make the sauce. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. And I think that if you had it a little bit warmer, the cheese would melt and get a little gooey. I would recommend that for sure. So when you're doing this, make sure you're pulling your burgers right off the hot and putting it right on the salad. It's delicious, you guys. Yum. All right, that's it. Do you have any questions? Drop them in the comments and I'll go back and read them. But yes, the sauce recipe, that's what I showed how to make earlier. So go back and replay that. And then let me know if you have any comments or if you want to see something else. I'm working out my whole rest of the month. So usually I try to cook Monday through Thursday. And then I have my keto couch on Sundays. I take Friday and Saturday off. So let me know what you want to see, you guys, okay? I love and appreciate you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.